Hello! Today we test a little bit this KTM 2015. This one is a EXC 300 two-stroke bike. Yeah, and I wanna make some test ride a little bit and measure it on dyno and see how much horsepower it can give us. Yeah, and try adjust a little bit power valve, change the springs, try different springs, yes, and adjust this screw also, and see what happened on dyno, and also try this ignition map switch also. Okay, and now we will test this bike how it is, and after that we adjust power valve and see what happens. Okay, we have three different springs for power valve. We have a yellow, green, and red one. Yeah, and it feels red one is softest. Then I think is yellow a little bit harder, and green one feels hardest. I don't feel big difference between yellow and green. I don't know which one is softer, but feel yellow is softer. But right now we made the dyno run with green one. Right now I want to install yellow, and after that we install red one. Okay, we made a couple dyno runs with green spring, yellow spring, red spring, power valve springs. Yeah, also test ignition map switch, and let's go. I show you what we get. Okay, here we have a power curve with green spring. We have pretty bad power drop, something around 7,500 RPMs. Yeah, and here we have next curve with yellow spring. We get pretty big difference, something around 7,500 RPMs. We don't have so much drop power drop around something between 7,000 and 8,000 RPMs. We have smoother line. We don't have big change on the bottom RPMs. Yeah, here I have a little bit earlier starting the measure power, but yeah, still it's around here. It's no big difference at all. Okay, and now with the green spring, not green spring. Now with red spring, softest spring, we get pretty nice line. Pretty nice curve without power drop around 7,000, 7,500 RPMs. We have smooth, nice line. Yeah, we have a little bit less power on the higher RPMs, but still we don't have right now this power drop. It's much more smoother. Okay, we have very good line. Here we have 47 horsepower on the engine, and with the yellow spring we have something around 45 horsepower, and with green spring we have 44 horsepower. Pretty big difference. Okay, and now I show you. Yes, now I show you last curve. It's with the map switch, ignition map switch. This is a second position map switch, and this is first position. Yeah, we have a pretty big difference between curves. We have approximately 5 horsepower less than on the first map position. I think 5 horsepower. It's pretty big difference. Yeah, and what can I say about this bike? You have a lot of option of adjusting this bike. You have 3 different springs. You have a map switch. For me, I think I'm riding with the softest one. If this bike will be mine, I'm choosing the red spring softest because its power line is smoothest. Yeah, and if I need it, I can switch map switch and choose a little bit less power, or if I'm riding somewhere on the mud or on slippery surface, I can just switch ignition map switch and drop down max power from 47 till 42 horsepower. It's pretty good result. Ah, yes, and I forget show you different between motocross bike 450 Yamaha and this bike. Let's go and show you. Okay, here we have our best result. 47 horsepower and 45 Newton meters of torque. And here we have Yamaha YZ 450F 2010. Yeah, Yamaha don't like low RPMs, that's why I'm starting measure this bike something around 4,000, a little bit more, 4,000 and a half almost. Yeah, but yeah, you have a lot of different here. Yamaha have a little bit more max RPMs, and you have higher torque and higher max power also, much more horsepower. We have something around 55 horsepower and 48 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, it's big different. Yeah, but this 300 two-stroke have better low RPMs. It can run from 2000 RPMs, but on the Yamaha 2000 it's only idle RPMs. it's not running on so low RPMs. That's why this different reason two-stroke bike is better on the maybe hills, enduro tracks, yeah, and something like that. Okay, that's it for today with this bike. Later I wanna make some comparisons between 125cc two-stroke, 250 two-stroke and 250 four-stroke. It will be interesting comparison because basically these three bikes is the same class, some kind of, because sometimes 125 riding with the 250 four-stroke, but in Europe Championship 250 two-stroke riding with 250 four-stroke. That's why these three bikes, 125 and 250 four-stroke and 250 two-stroke, riding basically in one class. That's why I want to compare these three bikes in some next videos. That's why subscribe this channel, and thank you for watching, and bye. See you next time.